Hi everyone. Yeah, we're back for the last phase, which is going to be the debate section between each of the contestants. So I'll be bringing up the contestants, or bringing up one of the contestants and the other contestant. So I'll bringing up Juliana and Jackson. So first of all, let me bring up the first panel for today that's going to be with us. All right, so we have Engineer Asia Norway with us right now. So we have Jackson with us. So Jackson, can we see you? All right, so now let's start with Juliana. Juliana, ask Jackson your question.
All right, Sarah. Well, I would say I don't really have a question for Jackson because during his presentation, I was unable to connect, all because of the network.
Network, okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
But I have for Giovanni and Shekina.
Oh, you have for Giovanni and Shekina. Okay. For then, Jackson, do you have any question for Juliana?
My question is, how can you as a president enable an effective means of monitoring the spending as you were talking about, or wastage of funds? Like, how can you effectively do this in this our country?
Okay. Just like what I've explained earlier, which I'm still going to buttress on. I said I'm going to implement a digital platform whereby citizens can have access or can track the government spending. Though I know it is not really easy to do, but that is why I said I will try in order to implement that digital platform whereby citizens can track the government spending, the way government are spending the money, so they can also be able to monitor it through the platform.
All right, thank you.
All right, Jackson. Okay. So going to Jackson, I'm going to take you off. I'm going to bring Giovanni that she has a question for. Okay, I'm going to get you back, Jackson. You with Shekina, we're going to come back soon. Okay, because she doesn't have any question for you. So let me get you back with Shekina. Okay, Jackson. All right. So Giovanni, you're here. We have you here, and then Juliana has question for you. So Juliana, take the floor.
All
Okay.
right, sir. Giovanni,
Yes.
nice presentation, kudos, and all the best. So
Thank you
my
very much.
question goes this: What are the instruments you intend to implement in terms of infrastructure?
In terms of infrastructure, okay, if I
Yes. What
get
are
it
the
clearly,
instruments?
okay. In terms of infrastructure, I think there are a lot of instrument or gadget or infrastructure to use. Number one
Okay.
should be advancing our healthcare system with the EHR, electronic health record. That should be the first I will
Okay.
use in terms of healthcare system. Then in terms of our agriculture, more of tractors and mechanized farming will be put in place. So there are a lot of instruments I will use. Also, when talking about this thing, health, educational standard, I would also bring in the artificial intelligence learning, where we would learn faster in terms of robotics and for students to aid basic knowledge.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's all.
You have any question for Giovanni?
Okay, yeah. Let me see some questions that I can ask Giovanni. Okay, can I go on?
Yeah. Go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giovanni talks about public financial cooperation. I want him to
I
expand
didn't
more on that.
get you. Say what?
And he talks about public financial cooperation.
No. I said public financial
Okay,
management, except it's not me.
okay,
Yeah.
public financial management, and you talk about good governance, and you talk about skill acquisition. Now, I would love you to expatiate on the public financial management, how you can also promote good governance, and the skill acquisition. Which type of skill? Like, this thing that the topic is making Nigeria to be in a position that will compete with developed nations. So, which type of skill do you think that will train us Nigerians to be able to compete with developed nations of the world?
Okay,
Thank
first
you.
of all, I should start with the skills. Okay, you are very conversant with China. I love that fact. You should know quite well that China is one of the most developed countries in this century. And also, I talked about skills. There are many skills. Number one, machine and AI learning. Artificial intelligence is one of the best skills to learn that can actually improve our country's growth and development in this global world. Also, fashion and design. Fashion and design also is one of the best skills to actually learn in this economy that can boost Nigeria to make sure we stand out as one of the most developed countries of this century. Looking at all these popular celebrities, although we all know that they always want good fashion, good trend, they want to look different. Who else can do that if not the fashionistas? People who are interested in this thing, sewing and designing. So now, let's say this popular singer, Eminem, and also a female one, who should I call, Selena Gomez, needs a very good dress for one of her shows in any of the country that she's about to travel to. And it happens that a Nigerian female or male fashionista is actually the person making that dress. And at the end of the day, after making it, she uses it and she loved it. I mean, that's a big influence all over the world. Talking about influence, she has over about 14.8 million followers all over the world. And aside that, there are many more. So if we are talking about going in development outside and to be able to compete, these fashion and designing skills can actually help a lot. If they come out to be the best, I mean, the whole world will want to sew from Nigeria. They would love us because of we always deliver. So actually, that is one of the best. That's one of the best skills actually to use to prepare Nigeria to be one of the greatest countries in the world. And you also talked about what other question? Public financial management in government. I made mention of that because Nigeria, we do owe debt, and also not that we just owe debt. I come to understand that most of the debt which we borrowed and we planned on using it to improve the growth of our country were not actually utilized well. So I made mention of public financial management because as the president of the country, Nigeria would also need money from other developed countries. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we are borrowing. This is a different tenor from mine. I'm not actually saying we are borrowing not to pay back or all the rest. But a lot of developed countries actually borrow. Take, for example, America. They owe debt, yet they are one of the most developed countries in this 21st century. So if we actually borrow this money, it's not about borrowing, it's about what you're using the money for that can aid productivity and development in the country. So if we actually borrow and then we utilize them in these skills and acquisition, also in terms of agriculture and our educational platform, Nigeria will stand out to be the best. Already, we are all known to be one of the most brilliant countries in the world. So if we are talking about public financial management, yes, we will need some of the money to boost our growth in economic development. I couldn't remember the last question. Please, can you rephrase that? Your last question.
Okay, effective good governance.
Okay, effective good governance. I made mention of bringing good governance to transparency and accountability in government, whereby we would build trust within citizens of our countries. Take, for example, citizens, you and I all know that we love when the president promises, or the governor during election promises, during their campaign rather, promises all the good things that they will do for Nigeria so that the citizens or the masses can live in harmony and enjoy the country. As the president, I would make sure that being the president, I will not only promise that I will do this, I will do that, I will make Nigeria great by educational standard, I will make Nigeria great by improving skills and acquisition, or through agriculture, making sure they are mechanized equipment to boost our educational growth, our agricultural growth. But I will do them. These things are like saying it and doing it is totally different entirely. So I can just come up and say, I will make sure I boost our educational system so that every student will gain basic knowledge, and then I will reduce the price tag of the school fees. And then at the end of the day, after being given the president, these things haven't come to pass. Your first tenure, your second tenure, and then your third tenure. As the president, I wouldn't be that kind of president. I would make sure I build trust, whereby after ruling for the first 4 years, the masses would want to vote me in for the next 4 years. That's the kind of government system I would love Nigeria to be in, so we can also be developed in that aspect. I don't know if you're clear with me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Giovanni, you say you don't have any question for him because of the network, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Jackson, you escaped that bullet. All right. So you escaped from Juliana and you. So let's see if Shekina will have something for him. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in Shekina.
I have question for Shekina. Yeah.
You have for Shekina, no problems. Okay, so Jackson, do you have question for Shekina?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to bring in Shekina in this box now, and then so it's going to be 3 of you on this box.
I have like
Jackson, say what?
like to mention some of all my policies. So do I have the opportunities to still elaborate on them?
Depends on the question they ask you. Yeah, if the question is relating to it, why not? If you need to bring that out to buttress a point, that's fine. So now, the 3 of you are here. I'm going to see Juliana is going to join, but let's work with the 3 of you first. So now, first of all, let's start with Giovanni. Giovanni, you have a question for Shekina. Take the floor.
Okay, Shekina, I have a question for you, and before I start, I will say your points are very valid and they are good. So, but talking about unity in one of your policies to implement, being the president of Nigeria, you made mention of building unity within the government, right? So this is my question now. This is my question.
No, sorry, let me correct you, sorry. Not within the government, but within the people. So I'm going to be using the government to build unity within the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. So Shekina, I would say, how would you bring about development in Nigeria through unity? That's the first question. And also, because I know that in Nigeria, all politicians has a meeting where they talk about the growth of the country, irrespective of how they are going to bring in this growth. So how do you intend to use unity to make Nigeria one of the most developed countries where she can be able to compete with other developed countries in the world?
Okay. So the reason why unity is my first point is because unity is a crucial thing in Nigeria. I mean, our cultural differences has actually slowed our growth in Nigeria. So I just want to give an example before I answer your question. That is why, for instance, if you and I go for a job interview, and let's say the owner of that company is Hausa, for instance, yeah. So and let's say you are Hausa, let's say you are Hausa, and or let's say I'm Hausa, right? And probably let's say you're Igala, and I and you have more privilege or you have more advantage. Sorry, you have more advantage than I do. But because the Hausa man might see that, oh, because I am Hausa, he's going to give me the job and not you. So this is not even going to help with the development of that community of that company because the owner of the company has decided to prioritize his own. So this is happening right now. This is happening everywhere in Nigeria. So if the people of Nigeria are united together, there is no way we are not going to achieve what we want to achieve in Nigeria. So I talked about using governors and using the government of each state or political leaders of each state to come together and work on a particular problem or work on the problems that are facing in their community. For instance, let's say if Enugu and Ekiti states are close, and probably they are facing insecurity. They are going to work together to curb insecurity, and now they'll have the mindset that we are doing this together, and we are also developing Nigeria. So it is not the government. It's not the government. It's not only the government that has the power to develop Nigeria, but the citizens who have the power to develop Nigeria. So if they work together, it's leading to our development and it's also unifying us as a country. So I don't know if that answers your question.
I would say, I don't think you get my question correctly. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, Nigeria has a government structure. They have the local government,
Yeah.
and they have the government distinct policies. And now every year in Nigeria, all these government people they come together, all these politicians they come together and think of a way to make Nigeria go. That's already in unity. That's unity already. So
Yeah.
my question is,
So,
after all this that
but
they are,
okay. So
wait now, after
sorry.
doing all
That
this meeting,
sorry. Can I
okay,
just get before you wrap up your question? You said that that is already unity, right? But
yeah.
so if you look around, do you think and if you see what's happening on social media, and basically every day, do you think people of Nigeria are living together and see themselves as brothers and sisters?
That's up to you to answer. That's why I'm
That is
asking you the question. So
no.
now,
Okay.
so now, if after all these meetings that the governments come together in unity to concur on how to make Nigeria great and how to develop Nigeria,
Yeah.
yet nothing is working for the past how many years that they have been doing these meetings, nothing has been working. So how do you intend to build this unity in your tenure? How do you
Okay.
intend to build the unity? Yes, within
So
citizens and within government.
the government are working to build unity amongst Nigeria. So they are not using my policy; they are using their policy. So basically, the government or the current government of Nigeria are they merging governors together to work on a particular to work on problems that they face. Like for instance, do you see the governor of Enugu and the governor of Kogi State working together to fight corruption or to fight insecurity or to fight um or to fight
We can't
agricultural.
tell. We can't tell because we are not
You
in the government
you
meeting, so
are
I can't
you
tell.
are you are a, you are a Nigerian, so you should be able to answer that. You're a
Yeah, we
Nigerian. Do you
are not
think
in
this
the
is
meeting
happening?
already.
You are a Nigerian. You should be able to tell if
How am I
they are
supposed to
actually.
know what's going on
Okay,
in
so
the political? I'm
okay,
not a
so
politician, and I'm
I
not.
just okay. I want to okay, but you are acting as a politician now, so you
Okay.
should think as a politician.
Yeah,
So
I'm doing that.
I
That's why
want
I'm
you to
asking you the
give
question. Uh,
okay. I want you to give me one example on how the Nigerian government are working towards unity currently. Please, I just want just one example of how the Nigerian government are working towards unity in Nigeria.
okay.
Thank you.
The meeting alone is unity and harmony. Okay. For instance,
Yes.
now you and I
So
are
how
among the
meeting?
politicians in
Sorry.
Nigeria.
So how yes, so how is the meeting working? How does it go directly to the citizen? How is the meeting um bringing Nigerians together? Thank you. And has it even brought Nigerians together? Has the
Okay.
meeting
Okay,
made
yeah,
Nigeria
I
to
would
see
say yes. I
themselves
would say
as
yes
brothers
at
and
some point.
sisters?
I would say yes at some point. Yeah, a lot of citizens are working in unity due to what their government has been doing. Let's take, for example, the last election that just passed, where every one of us, I don't know, including you or not you, we are voting for Peter Obi, the Labour Party candidate. Why were they
Mhm.
voting for him? That's actually because he has been doing a lot for the citizens of his state, and they believe that if he is the president of Nigeria, he will do even more better for the whole masses at large. So without that unity, I don't think we as citizens would want to vote for that kind of person. Uh, I'm not
All
getting you.
right. Um. Okay.
Aside
Wait.
corruption,
Sorry. as 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 you've said before, you haven't even answered my question. I just need one example on how the government has worked towards promoting unity in Nigeria. That's just the only question I have.
I just said the campaign that they do and they fulfill their promises in campaigns.
Okay, I
That's
think yes.
actually one of the unity. Yeah. The campaigns that they run and fulfilling it is one of the examples. So now, on your own
That
end,
is
I want you to tell
okay.
me how
So
you
sorry.
intend to use unity. How do
What do
you
you
intend
say?
to use unity? I'm asking you a question. How do you intend to use unity as a policy to develop Nigeria's economy? What type of
You can
what type of
you cannot
ways will you
you
implement
cannot
this?
okay.
What type
Okay,
of things do you?
Giovanni, you ask question and then you allow her to respond.
I
Okay.
think she's cutting me off.
Okay, go
That's why.
ahead. If you
Okay, I say,
Shekina, just
what
wait for him.
what way would you use unity to develop Nigeria's economy? That's my question.
Okay, so once the people of Nigeria are together, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Once the people of Nigeria see themselves as brothers and sisters, our growth is going to be easy. So we have heard of the Biafran War. I don't know if you read history books, right? We've heard of the Biafra War. We've heard of our civil war, right? So basically, because our people do not live together, that's one of the reasons why Nigeria is not developed. That is why we do not, that's why, because we do not see ourselves as brothers and sisters, that is why we are not able to grow. So once the people of Nigeria are together, we'll see that we are fighting for one common goal, and that is to develop Nigeria. Do you understand now?
I don't understand it. How would you make us come together in unity? How? What will you do to
And
make us come together?
I just
What will you do?
said it. That we would merge governors from different states. For example, if Kogi State, if they are suffering from insecurity, right, and Enugu is suffering from insecurity, would merge the governor of Enugu and the governor of Kogi State together to work and fight against insecurity. Then the people will have in mind that, oh, we're not supposed to be fighting, we're supposed to be working together to make Nigeria a better place. Do you understand? And I also made mention of cultural exchange programs where people from the south can go to the west, where people from the west can go to the north, and then just learn from each other, gain experience, help themselves to build each other. That is how that's how unity is going to be built, and that will lead to the development of Nigeria. So it's not just unifying Nigeria, but also leading to the development of Nigeria.
Okay.
Do you
Okay. I
understand
get
now?
it. Yeah.
Does that
Help me with
answer your
power.
question?
Yes, yes.
All right. All right. So, Shekina, you can ask him now. Your turn.
Okay, so basically because of the bad network, I was not able to like gather too much questions. But um, I just want to ask you a question. Like I was able to answer and share some of the things that you said. So Javani, um, you made mention of building infrastructure in Nigeria to develop the country, right? So number one, what kind of infrastructure? Did you hear me? Okay. You made mention of building infrastructure in Nigeria to make Nigeria a better place, right? So number one, what kind of infrastructures do we need to make Nigeria a developed and better place where she can compete with developed countries across the world? And number two, how do you generate revenue? How do you generate money? How do you generate income to build this infrastructure in Nigeria? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Shekina, I want to say a very big thank you already for asking me that question. I believe most people were not able to grasp what I said during my section because of the network issue. So I'll use this opportunity to say it again. I made mention of improving
Okay.
our healthcare system, Nigerian healthcare system, which is the pharmacies, the hospitals, the clinic. I made mention of making them upgrade. I made mention of upgrading them to the maximum standard so that our citizens will not also go outside to look for medical help that they deserve. And where I intend to get the money, I always say this: the tax which people are paying in Nigeria, the citizens are paying, is enough to generate income to build it. But don't get me wrong, if it's not enough, going to international help where we talk about the WHO, World Health Organization, and the UNICEF, you can actually generate income through this method. Since these organizations are there to help citizens, to help countries rather, to build in this thing, medical research, and also upgrade their healthcare system. We would also get loan from the UNICEF, the World Health Organization, WHO, to actually boost in this infrastructure in our healthcare system. And then with the tax we earn annual and yearly, we are going to be able to pay back all those loans. I don't know if you're clear with me. Your network is hanging. Did you get me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right. So, Shekina, you got your question completely answered by Giovanni, and Giovanni, your question has been answered by Shekina. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But Julana is not coming up.
Yeah.
She's not here. He's not coming up at all. So she has really tried to come on, but seems it's not working for her. I think that should be it, because if we can't get her, then that should be it. So we can't get Jackson, but that's okay. So far so good. Everyone has tried. You guys have done great, and so we're gonna get the information from the panel on the results, and then I'm gonna get the news out to you guys soon.
I have something to say. Okay, I want to use this singular honor to say a very big thank you to you, sir, and also to all other participants, and then all the members who are watching us live and also commenting. I want to say a very big thank you to you all. I always end up with a quote. Today won't be an exception. So this is my quote for today. The greatest man is not necessarily the one who does the greatest thing. Actually, he is the one who gets others to do the greatest thing. And also, a wise man once said, do what you do best and you get what you always get best. I would love to rephrase that. If you actually do what you do best and you get what you get best, I don't think there's any impact or any change. But I believe if you do more than what you do best, you would get something extraordinary. So I'm using this opportunity to tell every one of us here to actually put in more interest, put in more zeal, push hard on what you have been doing and you think is not yielding any fruit. Do best on it, and then you will get extraordinary. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your parting words. I just want to use this opportunity to thank the contestants, thank the panel members. They've really done a great thing today for being here all this time, and I want to thank all of you for doing great. Okay, Shekina is here. Shekina, do you have any word for us?
Okay. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, that the greatness of a community depends on the accurate measures of its members. So whatever we do today, or whatever we expect Nigeria to become in the next few years, should start now. So as citizens, we have our own role to play. So let us work now to build a brighter future for Nigeria. So we citizens should work hard. We should live in unity and harmony and just do what is right. And I'm sure that Nigeria is going to be a better place tomorrow. Let's all indulge in sports, because sport is a very good thing. Let's encourage our children. Let's encourage our friends to indulge in sports. And I hope that the sporting system in Nigeria is going to be a big thing, because I look forward to seeing Nigeria hosting the FIFA or the AFCON or even the Olympics. So please, let's venture into sports. Let us tell our friends, tell our family members, and if you have a friend that has a talent, please show them to the world. Social media is a good place to show your talent. So come on social media, show your talent, and I just pray that luck finds you, and just luck finds you. Yes.
All right.
So let's just
So
work hard to do it.
great. Thank you so very much. And once again, I want to remind us, for those of us that are just joining us, this is an educational platform. It is not affiliated to any political party or any religious organization. So we're just here to have fun while we learn at the same time. And very, very importantly, this platform is a platform for us to also discover some hidden skills and talents that we never knew about. So that is why we have this debate. That is why we have this interaction among the contestants. It's not all about the prize. It's all about discovering ourselves. So that is one important part that I want you to get from this platform, either from the debate or from the presentation or from other activities that will be coming. Please see the inner benefit from it, not just the outer benefit. See what is in it. So that is why this platform is here, and it is an educational platform. It is not related to any political party or any religious organization. You see why I'm hitting it hard? I'm hitting it hard very, very well, because this is a social media space and people interpret this differently. for the fact that we're doing this now, so many persons may interpret it differently. In the process of this discussion, some of us mention names, but we just mention it because we need to buttress our point, right? So not like we are mentioning it because we are affiliated to those people. We are mentioning it because we need to buttress our point. So please, it is just for educational purpose. I just want to make that very, very clear, okay? Because a lot of people will see this, okay? So, and also, this is Unique Egos game show. So what we do, we try as much as possible to improve on ourselves. We try as much as possible to impact on people in the best possible way we can, in the littlest way we can, okay? So every weekend we try to come up with something. We try to do our quiz, and tomorrow is another day for episode 17. And today, I don't know how much time we have left, but after this, I will try and see if we can get more energy to call the winners for episode 16. So if I can't, I'm going to find a way to post the winners, okay? So, but if I can, I'll come up live again to call off the winners for episode 16. So tomorrow will be another day again for episode 17, where we bring up questions and people answer their questions, and winners go home with 10,000 naira every weekend. Okay, with time we'll go live. So when we get in live, everybody will be on the same platform to answer their questions or have the chance to win the prize for that week. And also by next week, God willing, all of us being alive, we're gonna introduce our next project for next week or next 2 weeks. That's after we call the winners for this. So the winners for this will be called. I'm going to inform you guys on when the winners is going to be called, but it's going to be live. So we're going to call the winners live. So get ready. So it's going to be an emotional moment for everyone. But then I want to hear from the panel to compile the results and give me the result to call for you guys. So get ready. I'm going to inform you guys soon on the live show. So the winners will be called on a live show. So it's going to be like this on a live show. Okay. So after that, the upper week or thereabouts, I'm going to inform you guys on our next project. So get ready for more projects. So once again, the platform is discovering ourselves, not necessarily the money. Okay, it's more about discovering our innermost passion, innermost inherent skills and talents. Okay, so many of us have learned from this today. Just within this period, I know many of us have learned. Even me, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot from what you guys discussed today, okay? Likewise, the contestants and also the viewers, okay? So please, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to appreciate you for taking your time to be here. And I hope you're going to try as much as possible to get a positive part of this, okay? Spread the news around to friends. Let's have more people. Let's have more young guys, more people get impacted, okay? So spread the news around to your friends, even your enemies. If your enemies progress, you can also progress because at least nobody will be coming after you, right? So that is the point, okay? So please just try as much as possible to stay in touch, okay? I'm so proud of you guys, every one of you, for taking your time to be here. From my heart, I say thank you. And it is time to say goodbye for now until when the emotional part comes in, the result calling time, which I'm going to inform you guys soon. Okay. For now, stay tuned. I may come up live again to call the winners for episode 16. All right. Thank you so very much, everyone. Let's go and see how the evening will look like. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.